Kensi, first of all, congratulations on being the Calhoun's High School Athlete of the Week.
Thank you so much.
All right, let's start at the beginning. When did you start playing golf?
I started when I was about 7 years old, and I went out with my dad. My mom's best friend's daughter played for Richmond, so that pretty much got me started into it, and we knew that golf was a great sport and it was something that we could do all together, so my dad took me out and I just started hitting and I fell in love with it. Not necessarily the competition, but more about like accomplishing a goal, and I could practice to accomplish a goal, and it was a really great thing for me.
Now you play with Dad. Is Dad maybe your toughest coach?
Yes, he is. He's definitely, well, I mean, actually, he's a really great coach for me. Not necessarily on the swing aspect, but more on the mental aspect of the game. He's not very hard on me at all, actually. He's more about going out there, playing my best. He's always positive and always wants what's best for me. So he's definitely my biggest cheerleader. There
you go. Now, last year was your first year playing varsity, and you had a pretty good year, didn't you?
I did. Last year I came in 3rd place and I shot 78-81, so I was really happy with my first score with a 78. That was a big goal for me last year, was to start getting into the high 70s. So after I did that, I had a lot of confidence in myself, and it just made me want to go out there and work harder for the next season.
Now you come into your next year, and what was the regular season like? Did you know you were going to be playing pretty well at the end?
This season was great for me. My very first match I went out and shot a 35, 1 under par, so
wow.
That was a really great start, and from there the momentum just kept rolling, and I had a lot of scores in the high 30s, which is a pretty big goal for me, is to keep 1, 2, 3 over par. I dipped a couple times into the 40s, but overall I think my scoring average was a 38 or 39 for the season for 9 holes, so I was really happy with it.
So you get to state, and you start off with a 74, which you got to be pretty excited about.
Yeah, for sure. It was my lowest round that I've ever shot. So coming off of that round, you really have to keep your mental game in check, because it's your lowest round. But also you want to keep trying to stay consistent into the next day, and so I took what I did well for my 74, and then I tried to apply it into the next day.
All right, so you get to round 2. This is when all the marbles, it's when all the marbles are going to be decided, and you don't have quite as good a day. Tell me a little bit about how the round went.
Well, I'm trying to remember. The first 9 holes I think was pretty good. See, I think I shot a 38 on the first 9 holes, and my coaches were just there for me at the turn, and I came around and I was like, I'm just gonna try to go at it and keep going. And then the back 9, I didn't have as good as a back 9 as I would have liked to, but I just, I kept hanging in there, and I knew that, anything can happen, definitely in golf. So I didn't know what the other girls were doing, so anything could happen, and I just kept trying to do my best. And I actually parred out the last 3 holes. I had an up and down on the last hole for par, and I parred out, and my coaches were right there, and they were, ecstatic, because they knew that up and down was what put me in the playoffs. So I was definitely really pumped going into it. I had that nice up and down on the last hole, so I was excited.
So you get to the playoff, you have the first 2 holes, and you get to a par 3 that you'd played earlier in the day, and you had played it well, I think, and it was one of your favorite holes, you had told me. You've got to be pretty excited with the match still on the line coming to that hole.
Yeah, definitely. I was just really excited. I knew on the first hole that she wasn't going to give it up to me easy. She put in a 6-footer. That was a really great putt, and so I knew that we had a great competition going. And the second hole, I kind of got off the hook a little bit. We both kind of had some trouble, but the 3rd hole, the par 3, I really had to take advantage of, and I knew that. I knew I had to capitalize on that, so I just tried to hit the best shot I could. I knew exactly where I wanted to hit it, and I accomplished that. So once I was on the green, I just knew that I had to 2-putt. It was a pretty easy putt, and I just knew that I needed to get the job done, and that's what I did, so it was really great.
Well, congratulations, and you got some more time to think about it before you get to defend your title. So
yes, thank you. I'm excited.
So congratulations, and best of luck next year.
Thank you.